Welcome back to the Saturday edition of the R.A.T.cast, dudes and dudesette. This is your amazingly sexy co-host, Ralph.
And the incredibly, you already used sexy, so I don't know what I can use.
Just as sexy?
I mean, I like that, but at the same time, I wanted to use some more unique wording.
Bombastic.
Bombastic. Mr. Bombastic, call me fantastic. Call me copyrighted striked as well. Welcome back to the R.A.T.cast, where we're here to talk about some shit and maybe give you an okay evaluation on some things that have happened, maybe give you some decent opinions. Probably not. We're going to be honest with you, probably not. But we're going to try our damnedest.
Before we start, just a status update to all the other hunters in the audience. We're like this close to getting Bigfoot to come on the podcast.
Bigfoot. Oh, Bigfoot. Big Feet McGee. We, cannot stress how much we want you on this podcast.
Yes. Like I told Tyler earlier, we can do it in a neutral location if that's what you want. We can go to a park, record out there.
The sound quality will probably be dog shit.
It'll be worth it though.
It'll be worth it.
Anything
worth it.
Immediately our number one guest for sure.
Oh yeah.
Fuck Sean. Fuck Carter. Don't need them.
Don't need them. We got Big Feet McGee.
Yeah.
It's all we need in life, Big Feet McGee.
Basically, all you listeners need to. It'll immediately be our best episode.
Exactly. It's gonna be fucking first episode to hit 100 views, and it's just gonna be incredible. It's gonna make us go through the roof, and it's gonna be ecstatic.
Yeah, nothing will top it.
Nothing ever in the history of anything.
Unless he comes back on for a second episode.
That's true.
That might top it.
Sometimes sequels don't land, though.
Can you imagine anything he does ever being bad, though?
That's true. I can remember way back in high school, Big Feet McGee was showing me some of his artwork because he's a very talented artist. And I remember looking at it and going Big Feet McGee, this shit is better than what the teacher is doing. You better not get caught stunting because our teacher's going to get pissed. Our teacher did get a little bit jealous. Dude was like, okay, well, I've never seen you do anything like that here. And I was kind of yeah, it kind of takes a few hours, not a fucking
40 minutes.
A 40-minute class period. Don't get your panties in a bunch.
Dude, we only had one decent art teacher.
Yeah.
The two that came in our senior year, the one who ran the yearbook class was such, she was so uptight. She was also, she acted like a kindergarten teacher. Two of the girls in our class were, arguing, and she's like, all right, now stop and turn and say 3 things you like about each other to each other. And I'm like, ma'am, this is the high school. We're not in, 3rd grade.
No.
Also, one day I drew on my face with marker because I was bored as fuck. And I just had purple scribbles all over my face. Mm-hmm. And she didn't notice till the last 2 minutes of class. She's like, go wash that off right now.
Was this glasses one or no?
No, this was the hot one.
Oh, okay. Wait, the hot one that came in the our last year of school? Okay. Yeah. I was going to say, because...
Yeah.
The one that was before, she was cool.
Yeah.
I liked having her as an art teacher.
Yes, she was just a cool person.
And I didn't have the hot one as a teacher, but I just remember the hot one, I hardly ever saw her, but when I did see her, she was always just smiling ear to ear and just hey, Tyler. And I was like, oh, hey, how's it going? I don't have you as a teacher.
I remember she was on my ass about getting your fucking picture for the yearbook, and it's I mean, it's gonna get done. We've got 6 months still.
She wanted it for the spank bank. The teacher.
That's why I had you doing the sexy pose.
Yeah, dude. She took that home. She definitely has that. She bought a whole ass flash drive just for that. Has it encrypted and shit.
Dude, speaking of the yearbook, I saw Mr. It Either Turns or It Doesn't.
The man, the myth, the legend. I wish I could say his name because his name is iconic.
The fucking creator of the Alaskan Pipeline.
The Alaskan Pipeline engineer himself.
Dude, he's looking pretty good these days.
Is he?
Like, he was, like, definitely, like...
A little chonkier. I mean, not chonky, but, like, you know.
He's, like... He's definitely slimmed down a bunch. Mm-hmm. And he's, like, a little taller now, too.
He's drinking his Diet Pepsi.
Yeah. But, like, I was like, you looking good, Garrett.
Oh.
Fuck me.
You did it.
God damn it.
Oh, boy.
I'll fix that.
It's all good. It's the man. It's hard not to say his name. It's just like...
I mean, it's just the first name.
Yeah, it's true.
That's probably fine.
That's probably fine.
We say our first names all the time.
That's true. We could have gone with, like, I don't know, Kendall and Lin.
Lin? What am I, a small Chinese girl?
I like that you immediately went for Lin. Like, you were not like, why are you a small Chinese girl? It was like, I'm the small Chinese girl.
I'd honestly rather be Lin than Kendall.
That's true. Is Kendall exclusively a female name?
I don't know.
I've only ever, like, heard of one Kendall, I think.
Yeah. It's kind of a silly name.
It is a little bit. Sounds like you're saying Ken doll. Like the Barbie toy, but the man one still doesn't.
He's not really a man.
He's not a man one though, because like he's smooth.
He's
smooth. He's like the femboys that like do the whole like thigh trick where they got their dick hanging down between their legs like a little tail, and they're trying to make everything look smooth, and it's like, oh, it almost looks like a Wagyu, almost. Better luck next time. Or maybe I've just seen too many, like, femboys naked.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, good.
And also, I've seen some where, like they do the tuck.
Yep.
And they, like, get it situated, and they, like, are able to, like, have, like, some sort of, like, fake crease.
Ooh.
There to where it almost looks like a very, like, shut tight pussy.
That's some ingenuity.
Yeah, and then they like untuck it and dick fling out.
Dick just fucking huge. Like, there was a dude on Twitter that, I shit you not, it went like up to here, but like people would ask him, like, why are you like, they're like, it's such a shame you're gay because I would totally take you. And he's like, I've tried having sex with women and it can only get like a little bit in. It doesn't feel good to only get a little in, but it feels incredibly good to get like taking it up the butt anyway, because I can get anything all the way up there. So yeah, and it was like, you know, he's got a point. There's only so much of the cervix, and I'm pretty sure that with him, you would hospitalize anybody he put it in.
Yeah, some dick just too big.
Yeah,
unless you're in butthole territory.
And even then, it's like
you need an experienced driver.
Yes, one of what we would call a professional gaper. And I am coining that term. If you use it, you owe me money every time you use it.
We're also coining smart stupidity.
Smart stupidity, bringing it back to Big Feet McGee, had a great fucking term that I'm going to steal. Mm-hmm. I'm going to pull a Zuckerberg, and I'm going to just, like, in my youth, I'm going to steal an idea from somebody else, and I'm going to get rich and famous off of it.
I don't know how... It might take a bit of effort for you to get rich from that alone.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find some sort of like maybe merchandise,
some t-shirts,
yeah,
some mugs.
Mugs would be good because you could totally sell that as like you could sell that as like a Father's Day gift, yes, and they wouldn't the fathers might not necessarily understand the place where it's coming from, but just in essence, it's a good gift.
Yes.
Um,
we could get our own like Hallmark movie titled that.
Oh yes,
dude. Like thinking about like Hallmark movies with like that week might be a bit too much actually, but with like a week of training, we could definitely be lead actors in Hallmark movies.
Dude, I have only seen like one all the way through because I had to on a Christmas day. Mm-hmm. And it's like it's hard to sit through, dude.
But we could definitely do it.
Although I don't think we would need any training whatsoever if we were to do one of those Hallmark like anti-drug ones.
Why would we want to do an anti-drug
one? But it would be so good.
We could. That might be the sequel.
That would be the joke that we, the actors, and everybody else on set are in on, but Hallmark is not in on the joke.
I feel like the true essence of smart stupidity is like a Hallmark version of 21 Jump Street.
He's just like, my name is Julio. It's like, oh my god, he said it. That's hilarious.
You just a bunch of like 40-year-old white women drinking wine at a party like, my name Julio.
My name is Julio. Go get me more. Fuck, I don't remember any names of wine right now.
I'm assuming that it's wine. Like middle-aged white women that watch Hallmark movies. Mm-hmm. And like grandmas.
Oh man. Fucking A. Don't mind me just doing some furry roleplay with somebody on Discord.
That's hot. Are they underage?
No. Fortunately, I mean, technically speaking, there's a lot of interactions you can have with people online where it's like, they could just be lying. But, no, I am not doing any furry roleplay with anybody that is underage. All right. I only take the fattest Fuda cocks from older women.
Nice.
I can't believe I said that with a straight face. I mean, statistically speaking, Fuda on woman is the closest thing to 100% like straight porn you can get. Because like if you're watching a dude fuck a girl, it's only 50% straight because you're still watching a dude. And if you're watching girl on girl porn, that's back to 100% gay.
We're getting into some like deep level porn theory.
We should teach that as a college class, porn theory. Or we should hit up MatPat and be like, "Hey man, we got
MatPat, welcome to porn theory."
Welcome to porn theory.
That's just a theory.
A porn theory. Oh, what if Master Chief fucked Chica from Five Nights at Freddy's? Well, let's break it down. Master Chief stands at 7 feet 1 inches. I would pay good money to listen to MatPat explain the logistics of Master Chief fucking an animatronic chicken.
Let's delve deep into the genetics of Fuda and how it's possible.
Oh my god. You know, I would... Just thinking about, like, internet shit within that little circle of people, the one thing I really want to do is make our thumbnail of one of these episodes the picture of Pro Jared doing Sailor Moon cosplay with his dick out. Oh, dude. Is Holly Conrad still on the internet?
No clue.
Because Pro Jared came back.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the only reason he, like, recovered was because they're like, you definitely, like, 100% were doing sexual shit with kids, and he was like, you can say that, but you've got no actual proof that I did it.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was like, So he just, like, very slowly came back, even though he did have, like, a weird Tumblr thing where he would exchange nudes with fans.
Yeah.
He's like, I did exchange nudes with fans, but you can't prove that any of them were children. that was basically his response.
This is weird. I'm trying to do like some little like, look up stuff on Holly Conrad just to see, because did you ever pay attention to all that stuff that was going on?
Loosely, but not like majorly.
Well, it was like, some cheating.
Yeah, the old
and
cheating
shit
stuff.
And fucking it was bizarre because it was like, I mean, even if you were to look at it extremely superficially, Ross O'Donovan's a good-looking dude. Ross O'Donovan, he's a good-looking dude. He's a hard worker. He's always putting his, he's funny. He seems like a pretty fucking cool dude to be around all the time. And, like, if you were to marry somebody, it was like, he fits a lot of fucking check marks. So why would you cheat on him with Pro Jared? Like, Pro Jared.
Pro Jared is one goofy-looking motherfucker.
He is, like, not to,
Like, I don't think I'm, like, everyone's sexy man. But Pro Jared is just, he just looks goofy.
And I get that sometimes people can't handle a 5'9" just absolute sex beast like me. But, like, fucking Pro Jared.
He just looks silly. His appearance inspires laughter.
It does.
As Carter would say, it makes me chuckle.
It makes me chuckle. Cause, yeah, and, like, it also, let me look up Pro Jared's ex-wife, because she was a really good-looking woman, too.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just, like, for her, I didn't know anything about her. I don't think she really had an internet presence, right?
She did have a Twitter, because that was how it all started, because she tweeted out something about Pro Jared blocking her. And that was how everyone, like, that was, like, the kickoff of the drama. Because she was like, when your ex cheats on you and then blocks you or some shit like that.
Heidi O'Farrell. Yeah, like, look, she's cute.
Yeah.
And it was, like, if you're somebody of Pro Jared's size, having a, she was a cosplayer, designer, and artist. Like, she sounds like she was a pretty down-to-earth person for the most part. So, like, why would both, I don't understand from either side why you would fuck with that. Like, I mean, also, this is, like, really old news anyway.
Yeah, I also don't understand, like, cheating in general. Like, if you just done with the relationship, be like, alright, homie, I'm done with the relationship.
Yeah, and if it's, like, a slow burn thing that you feel is happening, then either, like, start bringing stuff up, and if the other person is not getting the hints, you go directly to them, and if either they don't want to do anything about it or shit starts to turn nasty, it's like you just kind of got to try your best to leave. I know sometimes it's harder with people that have, like, if you're financially dependent on them, if you have a kid together, that's a big one. If you have a kid together, that's a really, really tough one to deal with, but, like...
fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids.
You think we got time?
You think we got time? Oh, man. Dude, this is off topic completely, but I have a mosquito bite right here on my foot.
Do you think that mosquito was into feet?
That mosquito was literally fucking... Instead of Quentin Tarantino, I almost said Mark Cuban.
I thought you were gonna make a joke like Quentin Mosquito or
Quentin the Mosquito Tarantino. Mosquito Tarantino is probably the only one I could have gone for. Why did I think Mark Cuban?
I don't know, because...
What the fuck does Mark Cuban have to do with feet?
I don't know, because the other feet guy is Dan Snyder.
Yeah, Dan Snyder. Fucking A. Motherfucker had the symbol of Nickelodeon changed to a foot. Isn't that gross, bro? Isn't that just...
He's still less weird than the creator of Ren and Stimpy.
That's true.
Who, like, actually sexually assaulted children and had them work at his animation studio.
Yeah, I don't... Why does... Have we brought this up, the question of, do you think it's that Hollywood and that type of stuff attracts the weirdos, or the weirdos are bred from the situation, or is it like a big mash of both?
Well, I think because, like, the weird stuff, I think, is like the Hollywood kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's those particular instances they were applying the weird, like, pressuring women into sexual thing onto children because those people happen to be into children.
Yeah.
Because, like, a lot of people in Hollywood pressure women to do sexual shit, and those women aren't children. And then a lot of them, then the others do it, but they also do it to children because they're just into children.
Yeah, there's like the old stuff with, do you know the song Girls on Film by Duran Duran?
Yes.
Yes, that's a whole thing on the whole, like, you know, the idea of the blitz, the glamour, and all that. And then these people, like photographers or producers, they're just like, hey, girl, if you do this for me, I can get you big. And then just taking advantage of women like that. I mean, it's kind of fucking nuts. Because, I mean, it happens, at least it happens to everybody now, I guess. That's not really a positive look. It's, like, more fucked up, but at least it's less fucked up on the gender discriminatory part. Like, at least men and women are getting fucked over pretty badly.
Now everyone's just getting dicked.
Everyone's getting dicked. Everybody's getting pussied. We need a new form of genitals. We do. I'm gonna say it. I'm putting my neck on the line. We need new genitals. We've been going with the same shit for thousands and thousands of years. We need a new lineup. What are the new genitals?
It's just two buttons that you press together.
So, are the buns made of, like...
Oh, I said buttons.
Buttons. I thought you were saying buns,
no.
like instead of, like, a creature with, like, ass, dick, and balls.
No, it's like two, like, red buttons that you just, like, push together, and it pushes both the buttons. And that does the sex.
That is an interesting concept.
I don't know. It's hard to beat put thing in hole.
Yeah, put thing in hole is a pretty simple concept. Either put thing in hole or smush thing with smush thing. What are those things? The 6 simple mechanisms or whatever. Like with the wedge and the. Do you know what I'm talking about? The pulley. We need a pulley.
I was just thinking having urethras on all your fingertips. You just fucking can blast out semen. like you do finger guns, just bang bang, but you're just fucking shooting actual loads.
Bang 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 bang. Oh my god!
But it's on all your fingertips.
Imagine, dude. Fuck. That's Oh my god.
World's weirdest superpower.
Fucking cum fingers. Like, you would never be able... Like, if you were going to school and you had the fucking... one of those days where you're, like, climbing that rope and you're going back down the rope and you're just... Oh my god!
What? It depends. Is it like...
That's
the tip of the dick, or do you just have the hole there that shoots?
You just have the hole.
Because if you just have the hole, then
that's a good point. Because then
Then you could still do relatively normal things with your hands.
But then you would have to have limited movement in your fingers because of the bone. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you wouldn't be able to do things traditionally because...
Unless the tube that supplied the load was, like, in the bone. And then it just kind of came out the tip of your finger.
But your bones... But there's a lot of bones in between here.
Yeah, but the tube, it's semen tubing. It can be pretty flexible. You can think of all the ways you can bend your dick around.
It's flaccid. When it's flat, but once you start getting hard, that's when the shit gets crazy.
Yes, but your fingers won't need to be erect to ejaculate.
No, but what I'm saying is they have a more constant pressure. So it would be like, I feel like the physics would be akin to like if you were hard all the time. You see what I'm saying? Because there's a more constant pressure with your hands and the blood flow and everything.
I think... I don't know. I think it would be fine. I think it would work out.
Would like... I was going to indulge this a little bit more, but I wanted to bring up the fact that I'm baffled that gentlemen's clubs are still a thing.
It's good money.
It is good money. I just thought that, like, cancel culture would have taken those away by now.
They can't do shit where there's actual money, unless it's, like, illegal, then they can get law enforcement involved, but...
Yeah, because it's not illegal. Isn't it weird? Like, that's definitely an archaic, like, idea, though.
Oh, yes. Most definitely.
Are there women's clubs? Like,
I gotta assume there's something. I mean, there's host clubs.
There are host clubs. There's also turkey clubs.
I used to make those.
Turkey, I still do. Actually, I won't have to soon because we are getting rid of a bunch of shit on our menu. Thank fucking God.
Can I just get rid of half the shit at the hardware store, too?
Yes, the hardware store is just like, nope.
That's alright, we don't sell this anymore.
What do you mean you don't sell nails? Like, you gotta Thanos it, just, like, indiscriminately half of it.
Or, I don't know, I'll get rid of, like, the paint department or something.
Yeah. I mean, that would... that's a hard one, though, because, like, smaller places need paint. I feel like people paint a lot.
Yeah, that's why we'd have so much less business if I just Thanos snapped the paint department out of existence.
Fucking, there's a town that's within, like, an hour and a half drive from here that has just a paint store. Not even, like, a hardware store. It's kind of bizarre to me to think that, like you guys need that much paint?
Yes, I don't know. Dude, speaking of bizarre things, on the 22nd, I am working a 12-hour shift.
What the fuck?
And that entire shift is I'm going to a flooring installation and just moving furniture all day so they can install the flooring.
For 12 hours?
I mean, I assume at some point I'll have to finish and go back to the store.
Yeah.
But as far as I'm aware, for most of the day I'm taking the store truck to a flooring installation and just moving furniture all day.
That is going to be a hell of a fucking day.
I honestly would have said no if they asked me to be on register for 12 hours, though.
If they wanted you to be on register for 12 hours, I would have told them to suck it.
But they were like, you're going to be moving furniture for 12 hours. And I was like, I can do that. I fucking hate registers so much.
Registers can suck. And I mean, especially, like, from your place, because, like, it's not just you sit at the register and then read a book whenever you're not busy. It's like they tell you to look busy.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like... Because, like, so many, like... I feel like a good boss would just kind of know, like... Yo, if there's nothing to do, I'm not going to make you look for things to do. Because that's what, like... Philly D was like saying like one of his employees will like in baseball season like watch baseball on their computer, and he's like they always try to hide it, but like I don't care that they're watching baseball because they're getting all their work done and it's good work.
Yep.
And he's like I feel like bosses should do that where like if the work's getting done, you don't need to look busy all the time.
Yeah, that's how it was when I worked at the corporate pizza place at some points. Like, my manager would come back, and she'd be like, did you do the flip already? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, is the fryer clean? I'm like, yeah. She's like, okay. And then she'd, like, look over and double check, and she's like, okay. And then we wouldn't have any orders, so it was like either I would either start doing some dishes for the delivery drivers or just sit on my ass and just, like, talk to people or do nothing because, like, at that point, it was like, what the fuck else do I do? I'm not gonna sit there and try to do needless shit because it's pointless.
It's also annoying because it's like, you're gonna try and make me do other shit when I'm, like, I'm running the register... And, like, everybody else in the store that's not on the register can do the other shit. Mm-hmm. But not everybody else in the store can run the register. Mm-hmm. So I have to, like, run around while still watching the register to make sure no customers are coming up and do other shit. Because, like, besides me and Bigfoot and, like, the two other cashiers and then also... friend of our sister's who's in charge of us.
Yeah.
Those are the people that are trained on the register. And so, like, they're, like, we're, like, the only ones that really know how to fucking operate it. So it's, like, we can go do other shit, but we also have to do the register where everyone else can do anything else, but they can't run register. So it's just a little bit annoying when it's like, all right, just let me sit here because I'm like one of the only guys that can actually fucking run this thing.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely really frustrating when you've got to do like one particular thing and they make you do other stuff. Like at restaurants when you have to do prep work and orders that are still coming in. Mm-hmm. That shit sucks. Like, ugh.
That's why I like the late shift because all of the supervising people are gone, and so if there are no customers and everything I need to do is done, I can just hang out. Because like the go-to they tell us to do if we're not busy is to go pull stock down, put it on the shelves, and like pull everything forward on the shelves. But just like we do that so often that the section that we can actually reach in the store is almost always like already done, and it's like I can't do it like twice in like 2 hours.
No. And it would be different too if it was like a grocery store that has like small like bountiful, or not bountiful, that's not the word, but like plenty of like, small items.
Just a bunch of little things.
Yeah, and then like, you know, if you go into the ketchup, it's like, okay, well, Heinz is fine, but our brand needs to be restocked. It's not like, yep, there's still a hammer there. Or, yep, the chainsaw has not moved. Okay.
And that's another thing is like, because I have to watch the register, I can really only do the first like 9 aisles out of like 30 aisles.
Yeah. It's just...
I don't know.
It's an inconvenience.
Yeah, because like... Yeah, I don't know. I shouldn't have to look busy when there's nothing to do. Because there's always things to do, but I can't do all the things. I can only do a few things near the front of the store.
Yeah.
Like, if I was, like, one of the persons in the warehouse, I definitely would be busy all day because there's things that can be done all day. But I, as the cashier, I can't do a lot of the things.
No, especially like you said, like, the area is a big part of that, where, like, if the cash register was within eyeshot of more of the store, or if they had, like,
Or
you've got like a bell, right?
Yes, but a lot of people don't fucking ring the bell.
No, and I'm not gonna lie either. Like if I go to a place, I don't like to ring the bell. I'm just kind of like, yeah, you get to it when you need to, man.
Yeah, and also like, if like literally everybody was trained on the register, so if they saw like one customer and I wasn't there, and they're like, all right, I can grab this one customer, that'd be fine. But like, one, a lot of people, like everyone doesn't know how to use it, and two, not everyone has a login for the register. Because like, you like put in your initials and then whatever password you made, and you like logged in, and then when you walk away from it, you're supposed to log out. So somebody, if they wanted to use it next, would have to log in, and not every employee has a login on the register.
It might all. I mean, I don't know if this is something that you can still do in like our state or whatever, but there are some places that have it instead, that you just do a fingerprint reader. And then you can just like, you sign out and then your fingerprint, and it makes it easier because then obviously there's no password to remember, and someone just goes, okay, walk up, put the finger on, cool, I'm in, you're out, go. But if you were, you're trying to train everybody how to figure that shit out, and
also our store like sucks at like spending money on itself, like investing in itself, or just buying things for itself. Like, we were out of like printer toner for like 3 days because they like didn't order it until we were already running out of it.
Jesus.
And just like shit like that. Like, we've got like a sheet where you write down everything you took from inventory to use for the store, and on that sheet it like says use the cheap stuff.
It's fucking funny hearing about that, because, like, it wasn't the same problem, but I had a similar one with the corporate place of, like, my main manager trying to have another manager do orders for us, and that manager just, like, not paying attention and half-heartedly doing it. And then, like, we would get to a situation where I'd be done, or I'd be through, like, a roll of the receipt paper, and then I'd go in the back, and I'm like, where the fuck is the receipt paper? And I bring up to the main manager, but yo, there's nothing here. And she's like, are you fucking shitting me? Did he really not buy any receipt paper for the week? And we'd have to call other stores just for them to, like, from 2 hours away, just somebody personally drive it. And we would have to pay them for the drive, too. And that shit sucked.
Yeah. That's goofy. I was gonna say, the only thing that like we are actually like always fully stocked on is receipt paper and paper bags. We have like a bunch of that shit, but then like, I don't know, the rest is all kind of whack.
Oh my god, I feel like I could use some coffee.
I know, I'm fucking tired too.
I quit energy drinks for the time being. So I have been trying to passively like lose my tolerance for the caffeine, but I'm also just getting exhausted. Yeah. And I'm supposed to keep my caffeine intake down to like a 1 or 2 cups of coffee. So in my head I rationalize that as like 120 on like you really need it days. 160 is like you can't go through the day without it. But otherwise, keep it towards like 60-70 milligrams, because that's around like one Mountain Dew or something, 1 Dr. Pepper, and that's like my 1 caffeine soda for the day. If I have soda, that is. Tea is a little bit harder to manage. But I also don't drink as much tea, because there's other shit in tea that sometimes is just not good to have because it dehydrates you faster. But man, I could really use a cold brew coffee.
Yeah, I took a nap after work yesterday, so I didn't like sleep a lot of the night after that.
I need to like stretch. I think I exerted a lot of energy earlier when we were breaking shit.
That That was fun, though.
That was so much fun. We broke an old computer, a TV, and a few cans of green tea.
Yes, and we were smashing them with a baseball bats and an old axe.
And the pink axe.
The pink, the axe that I spray painted pink.
My baseball bat looks really badass from all the scars too.
Yeah, it was all black beforehand, and now some of the paint's all scratched off from smashing shit, and it looks pretty cool.
I'm very proud of my bat's performance. It was like the fucking.
Let me feel that thing. It's pretty fucking. It's a nice bat.
It is, and I literally just was like, I had never known what size, bat to buy for anything, but then I got that antique, and I was like, oh, this antique's a 33. I'm just gonna buy 33 from now on, and that's a 33 there. So I was like, fuck it, it's gonna feel good. Nice. Yeah, and it's not like a huge brand or anything, and it just.
But it's fucking sturdy.
It's sturdy and it gets shit done, dude. The
Definitely got shit done.
Yeah. That felt really good when I took it to the metal frame of the TV after. That felt really good.
Dude, we destroyed that TV.
That TV was fucked, and oh my god, it was awesome. I am just so, like, I can't wait to do that shit again. Although, the one thing we gotta be careful of if we do TVs again is to try to make sure that they're flat screens. Because those old TVs have like a gas in them, and as soon as you go through it, it explodes.
We can do it. We'll shoot those.
We'll shoot that, dude. That would be fucking sick to shoot. That we'd have to definitely like protect ourselves from, though.
We set up a little barricade. We get a few of those like work mask things with the ventilators.
I feel like we should get some like construction safety goggles. What's the SAE certified or whatever?
Yeah, we can probably get a lot of that shit where I work.
Yeah, it's true. We can actually get like the good ones that have the side pieces and oh yeah, that'd be good.
I was gonna say somebody like I didn't know we fucking sold these, but somebody bought the other day. So like, those construction like earmuffs that just block out sound. It was a pair of those. But they were also Bluetooth headphones, and they also, I think, could connect to radio.
Huh.
It was pretty sick.
Was that a pretty penny?
It was like $67.
That's not that bad, all things considered.
Yeah.
Might have to buy a pair of those, because I need to get some. I normally, when I was shooting, I preferred earplugs, but honestly, the earmuffs are probably a little better.
Yeah. Because there's those ones that are like the Bluetooth headphones, and then we also sell just like regular ass ones.
Those are cool shit. I'll definitely end up getting some of that for the next time we shoot, because the shotgun, like the 22 is fine. Yeah. But the shotgun was a little bit harder on the ears.
It's pretty loud.
We also got to try to. I kind of want to try to get something else, but I know like. A lot of things I would want to try are handguns, and I really don't want to like go through the whole process of the handgun license.
Yeah, also, yeah.
It's a whole ordeal, and then there's like there's older guns I'd really like to try, but they're like a couple $1,000, and I really don't want to drop that.
If we wanted to acquire handguns, it would be very easy for my father to do so because of his job.
Yeah.
They just give him the handgun license, so we could go through him.
That's true. I mean, we also I need to get a locker too.
Yeah.
But I saw a video of a dude with a triple barrel shotgun. Unfortunately, you couldn't like fire off all three at the same time. You had to do 1, 2, 3. But it was fucking badass.
That's why I might ask my dad to see if he can acquire for me a 6-shooter. Just because I have that BB gun that's the Python.
Yep.
It'd be sick to have a real one.
Trying to think of what else. Oh yeah, somebody had I saw another video of a 44 Magnum that had birdshot. Yeah, it was cause it had the way that the bullet was set up was it actually kind of looked almost like a shotgun slug, except it had the like a plastic housing for the birdshot at the end. It was really really peculiar, but yeah, it was like what it looked cool as fuck, and the guy shot it into some clay. But in birdshot fashion, you know, it was spreading out, but it was interesting.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. They also have those, like, they've got the guns that have the revolvers that actually fire off slugs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want to imagine.
We should get a couple muzzle loaders.
Yes.
And some, you know, the black powder, the ramrod, just...
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, except we might fucking kill ourselves with one of
We
those.
would probably end up doing something really fucking bad with those.
We might just, like, set off a black powder explosion instead of actually shooting the guns.
Oh, fuck. Like, why are explosions so cool? Like, if they didn't look as nice and they didn't feel as cool as they do, then people wouldn't do them.
Oh, yeah. They're a man's romance.
A man's romance.
Along with giant robots.
Giant robots and video games. They appeal to the male fantasy.
That was...
Yeah? Was that good?
That was good. Oh, fuck.
Oh my god. I had a thought. It was there.
Mm-hmm.
I can attest for the fact that it was there. But it is not coming back after it left. Oh man, what? Something with BuzzFeed because of that whole thing. Or maybe it was just a video game thing.
Gamergate?
Do we have enough time to bring up Gamergate? I don't think so.
There's never enough time to bring up Gamergate.
What about Pizzagate?
I mean...
Pizzagate was the one where it was like the restaurant with the child.
Yeah, the government people were going there and they were doing pedo shit at the pizza restaurant.
Pizza. Little Caesars. I've only had Little Caesars like twice.
I've only ever had like the
Bring the kit home.
Kit,
yeah.
Because those like fundraisers.
Yes.
Do those. Because like my dad would bring them home from work because somebody at work's kid would be doing it or something.
Yeah. They have they come with a little pizza cutter too, and it's actually pretty convenient after to just have more pizza cutters. Because you never know when like some little shit like if you're a family that buys 2 freezer pizzas like every 2 weeks or every week or whenever you get groceries, you never know when like the little shit like took one of the pizzas and then didn't clean off the cutter, and you're like, but I don't want to do a whole round of dishes, so I'm gonna take that Little Caesars buckaroo and get her done. Get her done.
I really want pizza now.
Me too, dude. And I shouldn't want pizza, but I fucking love pizza.
How late is other pizza place open to?
So there's the one that is open right now. I think like something like 9 o'clock. I'll look it up real quick. Actually, there's a pizza place. There's somebody that was trying to open a pizza place in town, and they like had something set up and they were going to start selling it. But then the cops had to show up because they were like, "Hey man, you're supposed to have a fucking license, bro." Like he didn't have any of his licenses to do anything. Like he didn't have a license to set up a business or to sell food. You're just going to like start selling pizzas out of there. Like
the one that is named after country
yes
is open till 10.
There's the other place. How was the pizza at the other place we went to? Was it okay?
It was pretty good, yeah.
Because they actually make a cauliflower crust, and I was thinking about trying that at some point. Oh. I wanted to watch something because I was thinking about a game we both played. The fucking Final Fantasy 14. There's an anime for it.
Oh.
Apparently Prompto used to be fat.
Damn.
Yeah, and like he was really fat and he used to get bullied, and then like one day the fucking Prince Noctis, like they ran into each other or something, and he was trying to help him off the ground. He's like, "Hey man, you're heavy." But,
I think I remember hearing something about that, like in the game itself, because I was like one of the nights I like stayed at like one of the random motels, and Prompto and Noctis were like up on the roof, like legs swinging, just sitting there, and like they like talked about it for a little bit. I don't remember if it mentioned him being fat, but I do remember it mentioned like him being bullied and stuff.
Oh yeah, he was bullied. He was bullied and he was bigger, but then like it's kind of like the thing that goes in like Mob Psycho, where he joins that club, and he's like he starts his running, and then there's just one dude, this like tan buff man, is like, "Hey, you're doing good," and he was like, "All right, fuck yeah, I'm doing good," and he's like at home on the table, he's got like a chicken sandwich and a soda, and he goes, "No," he throws off the side and eats a big bowl of salad, and it was like, you still like wasted money on that chicken sandwich, dude. Like you shouldn't have done that. You should have at least like chopped up the chicken and part of it and put it in the Sammy. I don't know, man. That was pretty bad.
Dude, speaking of food, the pizza place that's in the mall?
Mm-hmm.
I tried their breadsticks for the first time the other day when I was up there.
Oh, it was for the first? Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
They're pretty good.
They are. They're a bit much, and it sucks because like the food itself is pricey, but you get a pretty good deal if you get a slice and 2 of the breadsticks. But I can't ever finish 2 of the breadsticks. It's too much.
I got 2 slices and 2 breadsticks, and I was able to finish it.
Did you get any sauce with them?
Marinara.
I gotta admit, I'm a garlicky boy. I like that garlic sauce.
I'm classic marinara for my sauce.
I should try their marinara for it next time though, because like I feel bad when like I get the sauce and I like my breath smells horrible after, because I also get white pizza and they use a lot of garlic in that. Actually, speaking of that place, when I went there last, I went there with my brother and somebody else that I work with, and they were 2 people were working, and they were both being like frantic as fuck, and there was this Karen that was just like, "This slice is too small," and the manager's like, "What do you want me to do? You already ate half of it." She's like, "Well, it's not worth how much I paid," and she stormed off, and I was like, "What the okay." But then I was just making conversation with the girl behind the counter because she seemed like she was in a frenzy. And I was like, "Yeah, I work at a pizza place." And she's like, "Where?" And I was like, "In, the town I live in." And she was like, "I bet you guys are as fucking crazy here." And I was like, it took me back just to hear somebody like at work at another corporate place just like say like drop a fuck bomb. And I was like, "Yeah, what's going on here?" She's like, "Half our staff quit last week." Oof. So all they have is her, a manager, and one dude that's been working for 1 week and only knows prep cook stuff.
Nice. Yeah, there was like nobody in the mall the day that I was there, so like I just walked up, ordered my food, and was out of there because I was the only one who went over there.
Mm-hmm. The Chinese place that's in the mall too, that had the line all the way out to that entrance on that side of the place. Damn. Yeah, they were fucking cranking. Actually,
it was like empty the whole mall the day I went, but it was like a Monday, so
yeah. And I did go closer to 4th of July, so that would also make sense. That Chinese place, I remember when I went and I bought shoes from one of the stores, the guy was talking to me, and he was like, I'm getting to be pretty close with some of the people at the Chinese place, right? I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, I wanted to ask them one day, like, I've been getting this thing and they want to make it an item on the menu, but I don't know what to call it. And he's like, so you go over there today and ask for Chinese poutine. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah. They'll ask you, do you want General Tso's or sesame? And whichever you go with, what they do is they put French fries and then General Tso's chicken or sesame chicken on top of the French fries. And they call it Chinese poutine. Damn. And it was really good. It was really fucking good.
Dude, we're racking up all the different meals of things put on French fries.
I know. Like, yeah, because we had I don't know if we talked about it, but we had, it was like pizza fries. And it was basically like a poutine, but with pizza on it instead. Yeah. And that shit was really good. Fucking, there's so many things you can do with like potatoes in general, but French fries especially.
So hungry.
I know. I hear you, man. Might have to take like a trip after into the town and get some food.
I'm hungry. I'm tired. I just want to be a lazy fucking eat food.
If we do take a little trip out, we can stop and get some food somewhere, and then I'll stop and I'll get myself a nice cold brew coffee, and like, just fucking be good. Be good. 'Cause right now I am definitely feeling the sluggishness and the hunger. Dude. Where's my car? Is that a timely joke too? Does anybody fucking remember that movie? No.
I got nothing.
It was an Ashton Kutcher movie. It's called Dude, Where's My Car?
Never heard of it.
That's why, like, at work the other day, my boss was talking to somebody that's like my age, and he was like, you want your slices on plates or in a box? And she was like, I would like a box. And he's like, well, you won't get one. He's like, I like to be like the soup Nazi. And I was like, dude, you can't, like, there's not almost nobody in my generation like
all right, I got the soup
you Nazi. Got the soup Nazi.
Yes, I didn't get the Dude, Where's My Car, but I got the soup Nazi.
Dude, Where's My Car is a lot less timeless than Seinfeld, but I was like, dude, people in my generation are like the last generation that are going to be watching Seinfeld, because did
you see the React things where the Fine Bros channel where they had kids react to Seinfeld, and like so many of them were like, this is not okay.
What?
Yes, they were like,
dude, that shit's fucking hilarious. I love Seinfeld.
They're like, this isn't okay, and you're like, in this day and age, this isn't funny anymore.
Like when the fucking
like one of the episodes was not that there's anything wrong with that episode.
Yeah, not that there's anything wrong with that.
So many of them were like, there was like a handful that were like, this is not okay, and then there were like a few others that were like, they weren't complaining, but they're like, I don't think this is that funny.
The fucking with JFK's golf clubs and shit in the back of the fucking car. It's a good show.
That's what the other episode was, the one where like fucking the chick had, like, her dead dad had this huge toy collection.
Yes.
And like he was, trying to like fucking steal some of the shit, and like one of the girls that was reacting was like, this is just fucked up.
This is just fucked up.
And it's like, come on, it's fucking Seinfeld.
Oh man, like, oh, what was it, the place that was, they sold just the muffin tops, and they find the place where they dump all the rest of, like, the bottoms of the muffins and shit. Oh, that, I feel like there are very few shows that end up being as timeless as shit like that. But I think one of them that for different reasons is just as timeless as It's Always Sunny. It's Always Sunny is just so out there and always fucking gives it its all that it's like, it's hard not to just be able to fucking pick up an episode and watch it. Although I didn't really remember the episodes because I hadn't seen it all the way through, but there were a few episodes with blackface that I did not know was an existing thing, that like they got taken down because they were trying to make their own Lethal Weapon. And they dressed up as Danny Glover in blackface. Oh fuck! I don't like. It's fucking crazy that some of the shows that recently got, you know, some of their episodes axed because of blackface, how recent they are. Like 30 Rock? 30 Rock had blackface in it? It's like, what?
Like the one instance of blackface that everyone loves to talk about is fucking Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder.
Yes, Tropic Thunder. I don't think anybody else could have done that role though.
I watched that movie like that was just randomly recommended to me on Netflix, so I knew nothing about it when I watched it. It took me probably 10 to 20 minutes to realize it was Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, it's fucking incredible. That movie is just so good with everything. Like when these fucking Jack Black's trying to go back and get like his heroin that he left, and Tom Cruise yelling at the terrorist, and he's like, "Do you know who you're fucking with?"
That's a good movie.
It's such a good movie, and I like that. Like people bring it up, and he's like, dude, like people talk to me, and they're like, dude, you're the only one that can do this part. You're the only, like, you are the only, you have 100% pass from like everybody, dude. Just go for it, do it, and don't put our hopes to shame. Oh man, I wanted to look up Seinfeld. The Fine Bros. Ugh. That's such a gross name, the Fine Brothers. Do teens and college kids think Seinfeld is funny? Oh, I thought that you were talking about like kids.
No, it wasn't kids. It was like, I mean, they are kids, but
yeah.
I mean, not college kids, but like teens are kids.
Yeah. Wow, they're still. Oh my god.
What?
If you want to catch up on just how much they are stuck in their ways, and so they're still consistently on certain things. That's fucking hilarious.
What?
So almost everything they're getting is from 40,000 views to like 90,000, maybe 100,000 views.
Uh-huh.
They have 1 million views on Monsta X Try Not to Sing to Pop Songs K-pop challenge. 1 million views.
K-pop. The only thing I ever used to watch from them was the YouTubers react ones.
Yes. It's weird. But I'll read you the last 4 things that they uploaded that are just to show you how stuck in their ways they are. Teens react to top TikTok trends of the month. Generations react to hot tub streams. Generations react to the craziest TikTok camera tricks. Teens react to and try the money soap challenge. Teens react to the Linda Lindas.
Damn. I thought they stopped doing this shit in like 2014.
Oh god, let's see how they're pandering. Adults react to the most impactful LGBTQ plus moments in history.
Christ.
Teens react to TikTok star James Henry. You're telling me that didn't get 50 million views? What?
Are they still doing YouTubers react too?
No.
Probably because it's not worth any YouTubers' time to work with them anymore.
No, it definitely isn't. Yeah, these are so bad, dude. Why? Try to watch this without laughing or grinning. Number 206.
206, you say? Goddamn.
Teens react to Pokemon. Fuck you. Alright, I can't sit and watch that anymore. I can't.
Teens react to Pokemon.
Like, what is there to react to?
I was gonna say, did you read the whole like the documents things that were leaked when that whole drama happened?
With It's a Gundam and all that, or
the fucking her with that Fed guy.
Oh.
The finger emoji, more like fist emoji.
What?
So like, basically, they kicked this one dude out of their big streamer house because he was like kind of being creepy towards women.
Yeah.
Some of the women in there, and like Pokemon was like, yeah, we're strictly professional, and then he basically had a document with like a bunch of things where like she would be like very flirty with him and then switch to being strictly professional with him and like kept going back and forth and like dragging him on for months. So basically in the whole situation, both of them weren't being great people, but one of them was like a text emoji, like a text conversation where like I guess he like knew that she was going to like rub one out or something.
Yeah.
And so like he sent the thing, he's like, are you done? And it was like the 2-finger emoji, and she responded with 2-finger emoji, more like fist emoji.
Oh my god.
That's pretty iconic. I'm surprised you haven't seen that one.
No, wow. I mean, I heard a little bit about that situation, like a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what had really happened, but wow. 2 fingers. There's a big difference between the 2 fingers and the fist.
Yeah.
Wow. Fuck, dude. I mean, just wow. That's really all I have to say on that matter. Is wow.
Yeah.
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft.
World of fisting? Have you ever seen the fisting toys that are hands?
Yes.
And they just look like this.
Yeah.
It's really funny because this is how you do it. You don't just like people think that you just fucking punch the fucking chocolate cowboy spur, and it's like no, you gotta like it's an entry hole. Think of like a raccoon going into
unless you gaped them with something else first.
Put like a gauge in their asshole.
Yeah, like if you like reamed them with like a thick boy dildo and just left the asshole gaping, then you could just shove your fist in there.
Or if like you went up to them after Phil Swift just got done with them.
What do you mean? Their holes would be flex sealed shut.
Oh, dude. He probably does have to. I mean, he's got like even if he had like the smallest dick in the world, it would still have the biggest impact. Like Phil Swift is just the man. If you were given the opportunity, would you take it in the behind from Phil Swift?
He'd have to shout out our podcast or something.
Oh yeah, yeah. I would either that or I'd want like a year's supply of Flex Seal or some shit.
What could we do with the year's supply? With the things we could do.
Oh, dude, you could like
the amount of vehicles we could build.
We could do that, but we could also do like we could fill the garbage can with it, and then you could like just think of the antagonist to Tinfoil Man. Literally just cover yourself. That would be a Flint Lockwood situation though. Like you might not be able to take it back off.
No. I came back from Tinfoil Man quite easily.
Yeah.
I don't think there's coming back from Flex Seal Man.
Flex Seal Man. Oh my god. You would have to make like I feel like you'd have to be very well prepared to not or you maybe
if you wore like a wetsuit.
I was going to say wetsuit and gloves.
Yes.
And then really make sure that there is no way the gloves get like anything gets into your hands.
Yeah.
And then you could like
we could probably make like a castle out of Flex Seal.
We could make. What do you think? Do you think a wheel made of Flex Seal would be good?
If you could find a way to coat it evenly enough, I think, because it is just liquid rubber.
Yeah, that's true. I'm wondering about different things that you could make that would be fun to try. Like if you were to make elbow pads and shit, cover that with some Flex Seal. Do you think that would lessen the blow?
I don't know. Are we gonna make like our fucking vigilante costumes out of Flex Seal?
Yeah, like a cop tries to shoot rubber bullets at you, and it's like, fuck you.
I am rubber.
I am rubber. I'm rubber, and a failed rubber brought me into this world.
I am Luffy from One Piece.
Dude, imagine actually being at a protest or being just like a vigilante and some cops are coming after you and you have like a full like just rubber weapon of sorts, like a long pole made of rubber. You just give somebody the smackdown with it. That would be fucking sick.
Imagine you're like beating people with a long pole made of rubber while yelling gum gum pistol.
Gum gum pistol. Oh fuck. Oh, that's so good. I said before we were gonna have some really good ideas on here. I stand by that.
Of course.
I think we had some good shit going on.
We always do though.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're once again extending the invite to Big Feet McGee.
Yes, I think that's a good way to close things off, to hit even harder. Big Feet McGee, we're going to keep fucking bringing it up, mister, and it's going to be so good when you finally get on here.
Yep. Now, remember, we can't forget our classic sign-off.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure to rim the homies goodnight.
Yes. Don't ever forget to rim the homies goodnight.